It looks vintage, it feels retro and somehow gone viral over social media. But is the Chuzhao M1 actually a good camera or just a fun-looking toy? Let's inspect. Hey yo, welcome to the channel, I'm Michael, and I just have this irresistible urge to review this. It's so unique, it's so vintage and super affordable that I definitely had to give it a try. Therefore, this video is dedicated to all my thoughts about the Chuzhao M1, regardless positive or neutral or negative, and I'll back all my statements through a lot of facts and a lot of footage. Let's get started. We begin with what matters the most, image quality. And honestly, it's far from amazing, but also not the disaster you might expect. This little guy boasts a 12-megapixel sensor, lightly interpolated, because the raw footage doesn't really scream native 12 megapixels, shoots 1080p video, and in daylight, it's actually decent. Not cinematic by any stretch, but think of early 2000s digital camera vibes with a touch of lofi charm. In low light, it falls apart quickly. But then again, what do you expect from a quarter-inch CMOS sensor stuffed into a cheap plastic shell? Still, there's something nostalgic and even cool about the imperfections and the lack of stabilization. It shoots as good as a vintage camera, and I mean that in the most retro way possible. Unboxing the M1 is fun, it's cute, feels like pulling out a gadget from an old toy store, and the design nails that TLR aesthetic. It's all plastic, no surprises there. The quality is passable, smells a little plasticky out of the box, but that fades over time. What sticks around though is the fragile feeling of the display cover. Be gentle, because it's the kind of mechanism that wants to break if you look at it wrong. Also, don't expect GoPro-grade durability. This isn't waterproof, it's not shockproof, it's not trying to be an action camera. What it is, though, is lightweight and delightfully weird. And for some people, that's more than enough. As for the tech specs, there's a 12-megapixel CMOS image sensor, quarter-inch in terms of size, 1080p video recording, there's a built-in battery operating at 3.7 volts, no Wi-Fi, no Bluetooth, no fancy connectivity ports, no frills, no ND filter support, we only have a micro SD slot and a charging port. Honestly, the list with the specs feels a little vague, because Chuzhao, the manufacturer, doesn't really disclose the type of hardware that is inside. We just know that the image sensor is quarter-inch in terms of size and absolutely no clue about the exact processor, but it's probably underpowered because the combination of both kind of explains and is responsible for the rather poor quality of both daytime and low-light footage. As for features, in terms of connectivity, very basic, or probably I should say we rely on nothing. And the viewfinder is also very weird, especially if you try to record some vertical videos, because that's how you need to hold the camera, and this is where the viewfinder is located, so that's a little bit weird. In terms of battery, 3.7 volts, undisclosed capacity, but performance is surprisingly good. I've gotten close to 2.5 hours of mixed use, which puts it in the same league as something like the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, but remember, this is far less demanding hardware. And no, of course it is not GoPro level performance, but it actually beats it about battery life. At this price, it's way better than expected. If we take a closer look at the display, here's where the struggle begins. Mechanically, it is a bit of a disaster. Mine often gets stuck, and I can only imagine what would happen if grain or sand sneaks inside. It's a pale panel, but thanks to the hooded cover, it actually holds up under bright sun, barely. It's not great, but it's there. As for the controls, oh man, this is where the camera tests your patience. You get physical buttons for everything, which is kind of fun in a world full of touchscreens, until you actually have to use them. The joystick is quirky, a bit inaccurate, still after a while it becomes usable, just don't expect smartphone speed or logic, and totally not a great idea when filming a video, which you can trigger through continuously spinning, because not only is going to look shaky, but also the audio is going to sound terrible. yes, this comes with an inbuilt microphone, but if I hold the thing in any form with my hand, if it is in contact with the body, there's terrible noise. And I don't think this is suitable for vlogging because you don't really have any option for a holder, and it doesn't come with image stabilization, and the image quality feels like a 10-year-old GoPro. How about the microphone? Comment. After you finish all of your recordings, remember, there is no possibility for wireless communication, therefore you are moving the files the old-fashioned way, micro SD to a laptop or directly to the smartphone. Retro, remember? Now, if we're judging the M1 as a serious camera, yeah, the list of issues is gonna be long, but if you have the right kind of expectations, none of what I mentioned here is gonna be a deal breaker. Just keep in mind, this isn't a camera that you buy for image quality. You may want to buy it because it's fun, it's nostalgic, and it's just cool to have. In the end, if Chuzhao have released this camera without the capacity of doing any recordings or photos, probably that was about to be perfect, and maybe I was about to never ever review it. If you look at it as a retro collectible or a decoration, yes, maybe a Gen Z flex or a millennial throwback, something that can be super exciting. But if you're looking to something remotely close to the capacity of a GoPro or another action camera, just stay away from it. As a bottom line, I can say that with the Chuzhao M1, this is the camera I've had the most fun with. However, I can't really recommend it unless you're looking for these early 2000s, very poor quality video recordings. That's everything I wanted to share with you in regard to the M1, and in case you have questions or you want to share about your own experience, it's the comment section below the video, the right place to address all of that. Thanks for watching this episode. Support my hard, honest work on the channel by at least subscribing and giving a like to the video. And I, Michael the Tech Mishka, gotta see you in the next one. Bye!